In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an AI SaaS for doctors. We're going to use AI coding platforms to create this app, and you're going to learn exactly how to do it yourself. The SaaS that we're going to be building is called an AI scribe. An AI scribe is a software that listens to conversations between doctors and patients, then transcribes and organizes the text so that doctors can process it into something called SOAP notes. You'll learn what that is by the end of this video, but first I want to show you a business that's doing this right now that's blowing up. It's called Freed. Freed is getting super popular, and you can build it in less than 10 minutes using AI. And the best part is they're charging $99 a month for this. So let me show you how to build this. First thing you want to do is open up a Word document, and we want to figure out what our feature set is. So an AI scribe records conversations, so it's going to need to do voice to text translation. And in order to do that, we're going to want to use Whisper by OpenAI. This is open source and it doesn't cost any money. Next, we're going to need to chop up the transcription into a SOAP note, which a SOAP note, if you don't know, is a structured method for documenting a patient's care. Doctors use it, and it's structured in this subjective, objective assessment plan type formatting. The AI knows what it is, but at a high level, it's just a formatting that doctors use. So to do the SOAP note generation, we're going to want to use OpenAI's API. Then for all databasing on the back end, we're going to want to use Supabase. We want to use Supabase because it's easy to get HIPAA compliant with Supabase. With a lot of these doctor apps and medical apps, you need HIPAA compliance, and therefore you need to use a databasing platform that has the ability to be HIPAA compliant. Supabase is one of those platforms. So now that we understand the feature set that our app is going to need, we'll want to go to Lovable. Then we want to tell Lovable basically what we want to make and include the feature set in it. So I want to build an AI scribe for my wife that's a doctor. The tool should use Supabase for the backend database. SOAP note generation, and use Whisper for the transcription. Please use medical blue for the styling. Cool. Then submit this, and it should get started on building our app. I'm inspired by creating an AI scribe tool for doctors, whatever. Cool, so it's getting started on making the app. It's telling us what kind of colors it's going to use. And now we just got to give it a minute to actually build this thing. Great, so it just finished. The next thing we want to do is just take a look around the app and see how it's structured. So we can see there's like a landing page. Get started, okay. So now you want to connect it with our Supabase database. So go in here, create new project, AI scribe. Okay, so while this is setting up, we will set up our OpenAI keys. Give it a minute. Okay, so now it's asking for the API key. So we want to go to platform.openai.com, create new key, AI scribe. Copy. Okay, it looks like that just went through. Now let's select Supabase, connect. Now it's going to connect to our Supabase database. which can easily be upgraded for HIPAA compliance. Great. Supabase connected. Okay, now I want to give you my OpenAI API key. It's an important step. Add OpenAI API key. Great, so it just added the keys. Okay, now it's swapping out the mock data that it had initially stored so that we can actually use this, and it'll use real data. It's now fully integrated with OpenAI's API. The app will now record audio through the browser, send to Whisper, generate professional SOAP note using OpenAI's GPT-4o model. Hello, can you hear me? So we're testing this out right now. We're seeing if the transcription works. There's an error failure. Okay, so when this happens, this will inevitably happen to you. You're gonna get errors. Open it up in a new tab. Let's activate it. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Okay, so it's getting an error. So what you wanna do when you get an error like this, you wanna go to the console. Okay, now we can see what the error is. We wanna open them all up, expand all the frames, then highlight all of this, and copy and paste it into here. We want to feed the errors back into the app so that it understands what the problem is and it could just problem solve. Great, so now it's fixing the problem, at least it's attempting to, and we'll check that it's actually fixed when it's finished. Okay, so it says that it finished, will automatically be deployed when you refresh your application. Okay, so now let's try this again. Refresh it. Move this down so we can see the screen. Select Jane Smith. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? So now it's processing. This is further than we got before. Okay, great. So the transcription worked. Click Generate Note. Now this should be spotty because this isn't a real SOAP note, but we're just making sure that the application actually worked. Okay, it looks like there's maybe a problem happening. So let's try and debug it again. Find out what this issue is. Jane Smith. Start recording. Hey, my back really hurts. I tried taking Advil and it worked for a little while and now it's not working anymore. Do you have any idea what this could be? And now I'll post as a doctor. Yeah, you probably have heavy soreness. You should take heavy doses of Advil for the next month. And from there, you should come and see me and let me know if there's any improvement and we'll go from there. Okay, so properly transcribed. Okay, now let's see if it will generate the SOAP note. And if not, it should display an error in the, in the console. Okay, so it says generating SOAP note with OpenAI. And now it's just going to a dead page basically. And I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, here it is. So we have error messages that are populating in the console. We're going to copy these and we're going to feed them back in the app. This pushes the app to debug itself, so we don't have to do it. We're just working as like a product manager over top of it and just overseeing that it's doing everything correctly. I can see there's an error when React tries to render, likely happening because the structure returned from OpenAI doesn't match what our components expect. Let's update the code to handle this mismatch. Okay, so this is great. It's identified the problem and now it's trying to attempt to find a solution. So it's going to hopefully put it into play and then we can test it out again. Great, so it says it's made 3 key fixes. These changes the application should now handle all variations of the SOAP note. And it looks like it's still loading. So we'll just give it another second. Okay, great. So now we'll refresh the page. And we'll try it again. So Jane Smith, Start recording. Hey doctor, my back really hurts. I've been taking Advil the last 2 weeks and nothing has really changed. I got into a light car accident, so it's been hurting. And now I'll pretend to be the doctor. So you want to get a steroid injection in your back, so I will set you up with a referral and come and see me after and we'll go from there. So it's processing, transcription complete. Okay, so this worked, the transcription. Let's try to generate the SOAP note. You can see that it properly sent. Boom. Subjective, reports experience of back pain. Objective, patient appears in moderate distress due to discomfort. Assessment, back pain likely secondary to some kind of injury from recent car accident. Plan referral for steroid injection in the back. So there you go. Literally built Freed in less than 10 minutes just using Lovable AI. It's insane.